Today, this program is all about men's mental health, right? What really going on with man these days? A lot of men have difficulty, we have challenges, we have struggle, and to be honest, it feels like if you had to be as wise as King Solomon out here to survive, because any way you're weak, anytime you make a mistake, anytime you slip up, I mean, you would have problems, you would have issues. What's up, Grenada? My name is Khalid Tafik and this is another Island Update. Remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, like the video on YouTube. The music in the back is from Stay Humble Music. Big up Stay Humble. Go like and follow Stay Humble, same way on Facebook and YouTube as well. Let's get into it. Today, this program is all about men's mental health, right? What really going on with man these days? A lot of men have difficulty, we have challenges, we have struggle, and to be honest, it feels like if you had to be as wise as King Solomon out here to survive, because any way you're weak, anytime you make a mistake, anytime you slip up, I mean, you would have problems, you would have issues. So as a man, if you don't learn to motivate yourself and be self-motivated, or you don't have a strong male figure in your life, your support system is basically the jail and the cemetery, right? That is the only group or the only support system you basically have if you're not able to do it on your own, or if you don't grow up with a strong male role model in your life, right? The system fight man, the system pressure man right through. Man's supposed to be Iron Man, Superman, Batman, whatever. Go out there, work hard and bring in results for your boss, your supervisor, whoever your employer is, and they also expect you to be polite and all of that stuff. The pressure is on you, right? Your friends, more time you go to your friends, sometimes other guys have a situation and you don't get a good advice. It's hard to really get a good advice. When 2, 1, 3, 4 of us come together, a man will say, boy, if it's me, I don't do that, I do this, I do that, I do. And it's difficult to really get a good energy, from your fellow brother, even though he wouldn't do it. A lot of the times, they tell you to do it, right? The ladies, we all know how the male and feminine nature, it's gelling. You have to be very strong to deal with the feminine nature as a man, because if you don't really, women conspire about men every day. Women talk about men every day. They share ideas, they share knowledge about guys. And if you're not really conscious as a man, or sometimes you go through the motion over and over again. That's when you really learn. Women on a whole as a nation, they come together, they speak about stuff, they talk about stuff, they assist each other about real life situations. But for men, you don't really have that. We don't have much of a support system. We don't have. You go in the courthouse or you go in the police station and make a report a woman beat you. The police laughing, everybody laughing. Nobody would take you serious, and they look down on you. But a woman go to the police station saying that a guy hit her, she man beat her. And everybody get tense and everybody get angry and upset one time, like, why you do that for, and it's such a big deal, Financial abuse, it's something that you might don't hear about this term financial abuse, but a lot of men are being financially abused, right? You have somebody or some people in your life who you really check for, and you just try to do as much for them as possible, thinking that is a good thing you're doing, and you're just being used. Sometimes you get you angry, sometimes you get you upset, sometimes you make you feel in a type of way, and it's something that you could barely really talk about. There is no forum for this, or no place you could really get to understand how to deal with these type of challenges as a man, only if you grow with your parents, you grow with your dad, your pops might be able to put you down and sit down and tell you about it. But a lot of ghetto youth out here like me, we didn't grow with that luxury, right? We had to learn the life just by ourselves, just on our own, right? So it's a challenge. It's quite a challenge, and you know, I want to raise some awareness about it. I want to speak about it. I want to get the ideas out there, put the vibration out there that we guys, we need to come together. We need to start working with each other. We need to maybe create a group, some form of support system to support each other. Today is one guy, tomorrow is you. You know, today you're laughing at a guy for what he do, and oh, look how he do that, look what he do, and he's a all kind of name you want to call him. And tomorrow you in the same situation, right? You can't believe that you get yourself involved in this. So, you know, I would say, if you think we as men need to come together and you know, have a support system for each other, leave your comment below and let's start a discussion about it. Well, let's start a discussion about it. You know, let me see where it lead to. I would like to move on to talk about the murder in GRENADA, right? There's no way I mean, the guy who committed the crime, he is wrong on all counts. You know, it's a sad thing. It's a sad situation for the family who lost the life of the loved one. It's sad for the family who have the loved one incarcerated right now. There is no right from this situation. This brother is 100% wrong. I know I just might get some big stone or some flack for my point of views that are sharing here, but it's all in the topic of men's mental health. And you know, I just speaking from a male point of view, from a man's perspective. As a man out here, it is difficult to share your views and talk what's going on with you, because people, I mean, you get red flag for it, you get cancel culture. You know, it's tough to speak and represent on behalf of men, but I doing that today. You know, I just sharing my thoughts on what be going on in the background of some of us when we out here trying to make stuff happen and we doing things, and you know, these things happen, you know. So bear with me. I just speaking from the male point of view. There's a thin line between love and hate, right? Today you like somebody, all you're close and all you're good, you're doing everything for them and all of that stuff. And tomorrow, you know, something happened and everything changed, right? And you say stuff, you overreact, and after you overreact, you come back and you be like, hey, you know, you're sorry for doing what you're doing, and you didn't really want it to do that, and you know, you apologize for it and you continue moving on. You know, sometimes guys do women stuff, women do guys stuff, and when they finish, they really disappointed in themselves of what they do, what they say. And the bad thing is, some things you're able to move on from, and some things you're not able to move on from. You know, ladies, when you would handle your anger, ladies handle their anger differently. You know, so sometimes they might do something to a guy, they might, I mean, kind of kill you softly, or do something to you that you will really hurt you emotionally as a man, and you're gonna. So a lot of we deal with it. A lot of us deal with it. But as a man, we deal with force. You know, men are naturally forceful creatures. You know, and you know, it's difficult to deal with some of the waves that would come across from a woman, from a partner, you know. So my thing is, even though it's difficult, it's hard for both a man and a woman to leave each other, but you know, the best thing is to leave. You would do something that's gonna hurt a man real bad, and the man gonna do something to hurt you real bad. And you know, I mean, I look at the picture of the guy, and he looks so calm, he looks so collective, he looked like if he, you know, he really thought of what he was about to do and he's okay with it, because he really, it just seems so, even though it might, I mean, I'm not helping the case right now, but when you hurt a man and you think about it for a long while, you've been hurting a guy for a long time, over a period of time, you know, this could be a conclusion. You know, it's not a conclusion that I would suggest, you know, but it happened, you know, and from my, you know, from my being, I could see this thing happening. Well, it's been happening. You know, this thing been happening. It's not the first time a guy went out like that towards a lady, you know. And you know, I believe raising awareness about it just might help future situations and help, you know, us brothers not to be in the situation in the future, right? So, till line between love and hate, you know, careful how you deal with us brothers, because I mean, we would retaliate in a rough, in an anger way, in a physical way. So you know, revise the relationship, you know, take a time out, take a break, take a rest. You know, if you need to have a restraining order on somebody to create a separation, why not go ahead? You know, let me cut out the tit for tat. He do you this, you do him that, you know, and try to stop a situation like this from happening again. Alright, all of us speak about financial abuse and women just using men. You know, really, man is there to be used. Right? Yeah, you could use a man. We sign up to be used. That's what we are. We are providers. We are people we are hunters and gatherers as men. Right? But, you know, emotional abuse, emasculating a guy, making a man feel disrespected in front of his family, in front of his friends, in the public, in the eyes of his co-work, in the workplace. That is a high level of emotional abuse. That is something that's going to really anger a bro and get him to do things that he really don't want to do, you know. And sometimes, you know, not putting all the blame on ladies, but this is basically a type of gender, a difference in gender video conversation that we're having right now. So, you know, I don't want to say aiming, but describing of how some women handle guys and how they treat men emotionally. And even though the guys are quiet and like to smile and laughing, he have feelings too. And he's a man. He could snap at any time, you know. So, we need to understand this about us fellas. And you know, fellas, even though I'm not going on too hard on us in this video, but you know, if you're going through the situation, I mean, we have to learn to come up. We have to learn to pull out. If you realize that this woman disrespecting you, she having her form, she having her way, you know, I mean, we are able to come outside as well. But you know, also speaking to the feminine gender, you know, though, let's try not to do that. Let's deal with somebody. How about you just don't do it, right? How about we just try not to emotionally attack each other, right? Emotionally damaged. You don't really have nowhere you could go and speak about that. There's no place where you could go and speak and say, hey, but you know, I'm going through this with my woman, or I'm going through this with a lady, or you don't have nowhere as a man, you don't have much places as a man you could go and speak your problems, you know. So, you know, it's very likely for a man to snap. You know, I'm not here professing any solution, or I'm not trying to bring in no doctrine, but you know, I'm just speaking about this thing, and I believe, you know, it's a conversation that need to be had. You know, it's something that we just sweeping under the rug, and we have a nice pretty rug on top of it, but we all know that there's lots of stuff below the rug, and we need to clean it out. We need to get a better understanding so we can work together as a people, as a nation, you know. So my sympathies out to the woman who lost her life. You know, I have no information or no knowledge of what's going on, or of what would have been going on between them. You know, I'm not saying that the woman was emotionally abusing the guy, and the guy, I don't have no information, but I'm just speaking in general of how some men and women, the relationship is, and how their affairs are. And sometimes it results in these things, you know. Condolences to the family. You know, in sympathy also with the people who have the brother, the son, or whoever. I'm in sympathy with the guy who's in prison right now as well. Alright, so I hope everything works out for them and everything goes on in a good way. The Lord is the judge of all things, and you know, pretty much. Back into the cell, or we're going into the cell where the gentleman had allegedly hanged himself. You know, as a young man growing up, I struggled with suicidal thoughts. You know, especially in my later years when you're trying to do a lot of stuff and you're not working out and no support, and you know, you're trying to be the best that you could be, and you just don't get in an echo, you don't get in a chorus. You try to make it out here as a man, and it led me to depression. It led me to a great depression. I struggle with suicidal thoughts all the time, and you know, even though the information is a bit sketchy, the family is not sure if the family believe the information is not been coming to them in the way that they would like to see the information coming to them. It's sketchy to the family how the guy died. You know, that's for another video. That's maybe for, well, that's another video, right? But you know, more men out here hanging themselves and killing themselves in this tri-island state, and it's very sad when I see somebody hang themselves, you know, and it's all going back to men's mental health. This video is all about men's mental health, and you know, guys, I mean, if we in favor of having a group, having a support system to help push each other and develop each other and help each other to grow as men, you know, I definitely down for that. And you know, I think we need this type of support. This is another island update. You know, it's a very sad island update as well, you know, but you know, just speaking about the things that hamper us men, it's a way forward, it's a way to start the conversation. Everything I say in here right now is not set in stone. Somebody might have a varying reason. We go into the same destination as we should be going to the same destination as trying to assist our fellow brothers to be better men. You know, because we want better health, we want better men, better, more mental healthier men in society, so we can have a stronger society, and we could be better people we could be better people generally, right? So this is another What's Up Grenada Island update, right? Remember to support the thing, like the video, put the thoughts down, you know, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think we should do going forward from here on out, and see you in the next video.